The Detroit Tigers have officially blown a 15.5 game lead to the Cleveland Guardians and are now officially losing the division as Cleveland has the tiebreaker already. And if the season were to end today, they'd have the division.
Yeah, it's a little heartbreaking if you're a Tiger fan, especially just as of July 8th, we had a 15.5 game lead.
Yeah.
And even the game we saw a couple week or so ago, they were absolutely terrible. They couldn't get a hit. Actually, they were shut out completely.
Yeah.
And
They got like 5 hits, I think, throughout the entire game.
well, we're recording this Saturday before the start of their game. They're about to start any minute.
Yeah.
But they're down to 2 games of the season, and they're right now tied with Guardians. So
They need a win.
they absolutely have to win.
And I don't think they're going to get there.
They had a chance to pull ahead and be a half game above, but I think both teams lost yesterday.
Yeah.
And it's like, I told you at the start of the second half, even though they were really terrible in a terrible, a 6-game losing streak.
Yeah.
And they went
won.
1 for 13, I think.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's no time to panic because we still had the same group of guys, but we didn't trade at the deadline like we both wanted them to, or they made a horrible trade.
2
and
horrible trades. That's a
yeah.
good little transition. They cut one of those people that they traded, which was Charlie Morton.
Waste of time and money.
9 starts, 39 and a third innings, a 7.09 ERA, 47 strikeouts, and 23 walks.
Well, thank God they cut him, but it's a little too late, and they didn't make the big deal that they should have. And everyone's thinking they should have got Verlander because down the stretch, Verlander's been amazing. And even if he played horrible, you got a guy like Verlander, along with
Tarek and
and
Casey Mize, who's got 19 wins, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, but you've got that clubhouse leadership when you got a veteran who's I think Verlander's what we say was 10th all time now in strikeouts in history. I'm sorry, correct. He was at 10 a little while ago. Now he's 8th all time, and I believe he's coming back for another season.
Yeah, he said that he's coming back.
So he should climb that list a little. Well, maybe. I mean, he's up there, though. 8th all time out of some of the greatest pitchers in history. And to have that guy in the lineup would have been incredible down the stretch. Even if he never pitched another game, it would have been nice to have that leadership in the clubhouse. Plus, he was a longtime Tiger to start his career, and
went to
Detroit
World
loves
Series
him.
twice.
Yeah, so it's heartbreaking to see what they're doing. They got to make the playoffs. There was a joke circulating online. I sent it to you earlier that, they're saving all their hits for the playoffs. Well, you got to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
And if they don't, I'm thinking someone has to be fired from that Tiger club, from the Tiger leadership, because it's horrible judgment all around. We still have the same team. Why are they doing so? But I think the big thing that I've kind of noticed and other people have pointed out, they're not doing the small ball stuff that they used to do. You know, you can't get these guys swinging for the fences like they were last week. And I don't know.
And a lot of people are putting that on Riley Green. Like, Riley Green swings as hard as he can every single time. It's the way he was taught. It's why he hits so many home runs. But he's also 24.
You got to get on base, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so he's really young, and he's still learning a lot. And he still has a decent on-base percentage. But, like, people are blaming it all on him, and then the bottom half of the lineup hasn't done anything.
It's a team effort. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't just go out and we've talked about this in the past. When players swing for the fences, even Willie Mays said when he was swinging for the fences, his home run totals dropped dramatically when he was going after Babe Ruth's record, him and Hank Aaron. And while Aaron was so consistent over 22-plus seasons and never hit 50 home runs, but he ended up with 755 in a career. Only second to Barry Bonds, who did hit over 50, but
who cheated?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of that going around, which we'll talk about later.
See,
I don't know, and I'm not saying they cheated. I'm just saying they're making it way too easy. We got 4 guys with 50 home runs right now.
They're probably going to.
It diminishes.
Honestly, they're probably going to bring the buffer zone back out to what it was. So,
Yeah.
but with that, you really can't now because of the ABS system. But they're going to try to do something.
Yeah, well, yeah, we beat this to death with the Tigers. We've been talking about them and their epic collapse. To me, it's the worst I can remember. 09 team had a major collapse too, but this is just this. We were the best team in baseball not that long ago this season, and now they're.
Yeah, we had the best record in all of baseball.
But I don't think nobody's hitting 100 this year though. As good as the Tigers were on a pace to hit over or to win over 100 games, now they're not even going to break 90.
Yeah, very very disappointing.
Well,
you know, I don't have any really confidence in this team. They do not look like they think they can win.
yeah, it looks like you're right. It looks like their confidence is shattered, but they still got to remember they're still the team that put up.
They have the best pitcher in baseball.
Yeah.
You have that. You have Casey Mize, one of the best pitchers in baseball. I think I said he had 14 or 19 wins, but he has 14.
Yeah. Well, they got to get. I think they can reset if they do actually get one of those last playoff spots. I think there's only 2 left, isn't there?
In the AL, it's down to basically whoever loses between us and Cleveland. It's basically either Cleveland gets the wild card or the Tigers are out.
Well, and it's the good thing is for fans, I guess it's shaping up to be a heck of a postseason, and it's getting down to the wire. When you're down to the last 2 games, it's awesome. I mean, unless you're sitting on pins and needles because your team is one of the ones that needs to make that spot. I wanted Tigers all along to in the season with 15, 20 game lead on everybody and then roar through everybody in the playoffs, but it's not going to happen. But if they at least can make a playoff spot, then they can reset and say, all right, we're here.
Yeah.
Reset the whole season, the whole playoff spot. They can just start fresh and hopefully go out on a tear. But they don't have that. I'm not as confident either.
Lineup.
I lost confidence just like they did.
They don't
themselves.
have like that guy in the middle of the lineup that can just always get a hit and is always on base somehow.
Well, and that's the thing. They played so good during the first half. They were playing a lot of small ball. They were getting guys that were getting the hits.
Yeah, they were having everyone contribute, and then when it stopped, they just couldn't really get anything going.
Yeah, they got to get it going again. They got to at least make the playoffs, and then next week it's going to be a different conversation.
Pitching's got to be way better. They can't have Kyle Finnegan out there, whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we can get into it, and I was going to say that like 5 minutes ago. We're still rambling on, but
They're annoying.
The whole situation's annoying. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
Welcome, sports fans, to Everything Sports with Bill and Will, and we're happy that you're joining us this week, as every week. But we got a lot to talk about this week. There's a lot of exciting things going on. Not so much exciting with the Tigers, but the Lions are doing pretty good, or at least they did in the first game. But the last 2 they've been kicking butt. So
yeah, they upset.
Thank God for the Lions.
They upset the Baltimore Ravens. It was a pretty good game.
Incredible. So nobody expected them to beat that team, but they did.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Oh, I thought we could talk about them now, but all right. You take the lead. Go wherever you want. I'll follow.
We're going to start with the MLB standings with 2 games left. Currently, the Blue Jays are a half game back on the Yankees, but they are also winning in their game against the Tampa Bay Rays 3-0 in the top of the 4th. So if they win, they'll keep a tie with the Yankees. They're both currently in the playoffs. So is also Boston in their division. And with 2 games left, the Tigers and no one else in our division has clinched yet. I don't know how that's possible.
Well, because everyone's playing terrible.
Yeah,
The
but
Yankees were what? And Yankees dropped down to third or fourth place, I think.
yeah, they were third place at one point.
That's what I said, third place. And then they
I agreed with you.
now they're what?
They're back in first, but if Boston or Toronto wins, then they're tied again.
Really don't have a dog in the fight there. I want to see Giancarlo Stanton and Judge make the playoffs. So just because you got the best player in baseball, I want to see the best players showcased.
Yeah,
on
they've
the
already
big.
clinched a playoff spot.
Oh, okay, well, good for them. I want to see them at least make the playoffs, even if I could care it, because the Yankees won enough. They don't need to win it. I just want to see the best of the best, and they're, But
Yeah.
if the Tigers get eliminated, they deserve it because they played horrible.
No one's even clinched a playoff spot yet. Three teams in the AL East have clinched a playoff spot, and no one in the Central has.
Well, and we do got to talk.
Chicago lost 101 games.
We do got to talk. Cleveland was 15 and a half games back, just like Tigers had a 15 and a half game lead. Now they're tied for the division. That's incredible. So Cleveland went on this incredible win streak, and I hate Cleveland. I hope they go down in flames, but at the same time, if they beat the Tigers, they deserve to win. Tigers deserve to lose because they're playing like crap. So, and that's our team. I want to see them succeed, but come on, guys, you got to pull it together.
Yeah. Moving on to the AL West,
Yeah,
the
moving on.
Mariners have officially won the West. They have clinched the division with Houston being 5 games back.
Well, Cal Raleigh's on a tear, so
Yeah,
I
so
kinda
is
wanna see him in
everyone
there.
on their team.
yeah.
They're playing really well right now. Moving on to the NL East, the Phillies have officially clinched. I think we talked about that last week, but just, mentioning it again. They have officially clinched, and the Mets are trying to get into a wild card spot. Next, in the NL Central, the Milwaukee Brewers have won the division, and the Chicago Cubs have made a wild card appearance.
And Milwaukee's still the best record in all of baseball. With, you said 96 and what?
64.
64, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, which they went on a heck of a winning streak too earlier on, and now,
Yeah.
which I guess good for them, but I think they need to be knocked down a peg, I think. Just because. I don't have nothing against them. I just think,
They've been really good this year. Moving on to the West, the Dodgers are the winners of this division. They're 91 and 69, and the Padres have officially clinched a playoff spot.
And with Shohei Ohtani on the Dodgers too. I want to see them. I want to see some magic made this year. I want to see some really good, because I don't know, he shouldn't be injured anymore, I think. Is he still nursing injury?
No, he's fine.
Right.
He's just not allowed to pitch as much because he didn't have the buildup that he.
Yeah. And they don't want to hurt that arm. They want his
He's
bat.
probably
going to
go out of the bullpen for like an inning in the playoffs if they need him.
Yeah, and they probably will. I'm sure it'll happen. But you know what? I want to see a healthy Ohtani and see what he can do this year in the playoffs. They won it all last year, so back to back. What do you think? Back to back titles this year or not?
No, I think
so
the
either.
Brewers are going to be the NL champions.
Against the Tigers?
That's what Curtis Granderson said.
Did he say that in the first half or the second half? Because that makes a big difference.
Like 19 hours ago.
Oh, Curtis. We love Curtis Granderson in Detroit, former player.
I love Curtis Granderson. He also played for.
Good for him. Good.
Yeah.
Good for him that he's still. Well, he also played for the Yankees, too. So.
Yeah, he played for the Yankees.
No love for the Yanks, huh?
Mets. He said the Yankees would get beat by the Tigers.
Oh, they might. They might. I don't know.
Yeah, he said the Mets would get in just barely.
Last week,
they
Tigers,
might.
no. Tigers didn't beat anybody last week.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
really
think.
didn't.
They really, I mean, what do we have? One win to to stop the bleeding. And come on, guys.
Yeah, but Scooble would be going on Sunday, so tomorrow.
Just
for
don't hit
us,
anybody in the
if,
face. We'll be good to go.
God, yeah, that was awful. I didn't even have that in the notes, but yeah, that was very bad. Scooble immediately reacted like
And he tweeted too, or I think he texted the guy.
He went to the
texted-
hospital with him. With
Oh, did he
Stephen
really? Okay.
Vogt. Yeah.
Well, you
he
feel bad.
yeah.
You're not there to hurt people, even if you're
Yeah.
there to brush him back or hit him. That was certainly not intentional. So,
Yeah.
but you know what? He lost a tooth, didn't he?
He
Broke his nose or something.
broke a bunch of shit in his face. I don't know all of
Scuba
it. but yeah.
fastball coming in. You
It was
wouldn't want to take a
99
slow
miles
ball.
an hour.
And you wouldn't. I wouldn't want to take a scuba slow ball to the face, let alone a fastball. You know.
Yeah.
99. Wow.
Yeah, it was really bad. He did give a thumbs up as he was leaving though.
Think I could
Showing
throw
he was
99?
okay. I don't know.
Well, I'm glad you didn't just say hell no. So that's good. I can assure you no. But maybe my youth, I could have threw. I don't know. We didn't have the radar guns in my high school to test.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, yeah, I think I hit 100 once, but
Okay,
no one
buddy.
was there to prove it. You can't prove I did it. You can't prove I didn't do it.
Okay.
All right. In all honesty, in all fairness, no, I've never thrown 100 that I know of, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. I don't know if I could do. I got a bad shoulder now though, so just say I could have. Maybe if I got shoulder surgery and it healed improperly, I could have been the rookie of the year.
Okay,
You don't
buddy.
know. You do not know. Could have
Sure.
made a movie about me. Could have been in the Hall of Fame. Would you make the Hall of Fame for a bionic elbow? Because it's not fair. Although I make the Hall of, I don't know. Oh, Gary Sheffield. Speaking of Hall of Fame, Gary Sheffield. I didn't send it to you. I think I saved it on our Facebook page though. Made some comments that he was just really perturbed that certain people make the Hall of Fame after they die, including. He was talking specifically about Dave Parker, but Dave Parker at least got to know he was going in. Then he passed
Yeah.
away before he actually got inducted, which is terrible. But Pete Rose will probably get inducted, I think. But he was mad about that.
should.
So anyway, Gary Sheffield, former Tiger, 500 home run club, still is not in the Hall of Fame. I
Should be.
believe because of his. I don't know if he was part of the steroid. He was part of the steroid era, but I don't know if he was popped. I think he was, but don't quote me on that.
I don't
And it's not
remember.
worth looking up because he wasn't part of the conversations today. Or I'm sure people will fix it in the comments, or you can later. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. What were we saying? Sorry.
I have no idea.
No,
I'm
okay.
just kidding.
Well, you
I
can
was
edit all
done.
this out if you want, because you know how to edit, as you told me many times before, where I don't. So I can't edit you out if I wanted to, but you can edit me out. So, which is just rude, I think. But go on. This is probably going to be a longer episode than normal, which I'm fine with. I don't know. You want to keep it around 45 minutes? You
I don't know.
can do whatever you want. I don't know. Do people like us? If they like it, comment, like, share, click, all that stuff. We usually say that at the end, but
Yeah, you butchered it.
I did. But you,
That was basically done with.
I get
the,
it right.
standings.
I get it right at the end only because you tell me right before, because I got a pause button and I could pause it. But pause me now, son of a. Oh, he actually did it. I was in the middle of something and he paused me, which is good because I forgot what I was going to say anyway. So whatever. Where were
Can we
we?
continue?
Yeah, I guess we're standings, right? We're still in the standings.
No, I was done with that, and then you interrupted.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. All right, I'm done. We can talk now. You want to talk MVP race?
Yeah.
I have a lot to say on the MVP race. Go ahead.
Judge should probably be the MVP.
Oh, before this recording, you argue with me that Judge should not be the MVP, that Cal Raleigh should be.
You were here when I found that tweet.
I
Aaron
didn't
Judge.
need a
Shush.
tweet to tell you Aaron Judge should be the MVP of the American League.
Well, no. Before this, he really didn't do anything extraordinary.
He's leading every category but the home run category, and he's still very,
People have
very
done
high.
that a million times before. Who cares? Cal Raleigh is a catcher hitting 60 home runs. There are 7 players in MLB history who have hit 60 home runs, and a catcher is now one of them. He shattered the home run record for catchers.
It's pretty good. It's pretty damn good.
And while
Yeah.
being one of the best defensive players in the league at the hardest position.
Yep.
Until Judge, with this record, this would be more important and more valuable than anything that Cal is doing. And that is he is the only player to lead the MLB in batting average and hit at least 53 home runs. This is the most home runs an MLB batting champion has ever hit in the history of the sport. That is just a record that he has now. And he could get even more because there's still another game left.
When he's back-to-back 50 home run. Him and Otani, both back-to-back 50.
Yeah, but they're freaks. Like, they're
They are.
crazy athletes.
But that alone, I mean, okay, so question then. If you take Cal Raleigh out, does Seattle make the playoffs? And if you take out Aaron Judge, does the Yankees make the playoffs?
No,
and I
the
think to
Yankees
either
don't.
one,
Seattle does.
I think, yeah.
Seattle does. Seattle makes the playoffs only because their pitching is amazing. They have Brian Wu. They have a great bullpen.
Woo! Sorry.
I
couldn't read
love
that.
that. They have a great bullpen. They have a really good pitching staff and a really good pitching coach. And I really, really like their team. If he wasn't on that team, I think they could still do it. They would have a lot more errors
Yankees absolutely not.
behind the plate. I do not think the Yankees could do it because Judge is their team. When Judge is not in the lineup, when he was injured for those 10 games, that was the worst 10 games they played basically all year. At least it felt like that as a fan watching.
And he's definitely MVP to the Yankees, in my opinion. But is he
100%.
MVP to the major leagues? I think
With that
arguments,
record, I think he does.
arguments for both. Not only he's leading, if you pull up, I don't have it in front of me, but all the categories.
He's leading in average home runs, on base percentage, slugging percentage, and then on base plus slugging.
And everything else.
That is the most
I mean,
valuable. And then he's also leading in intentional walks, which he broke the record for the most intentional walks in one season.
And RBIs, I think Cal's leading, but home runs, Cal's leading, right? Is the only thing.
I think Cal's leading the AL. I think someone else is leading him in the NL.
Yeah. And obviously Seattle fans have a great, because he's a position player and he's playing one of the toughest positions out there, where Judge has been a DH.
Yeah, for a lot of the season. He was injured and he wasn't even allowed to throw. So like people were like,
but that's another thing.
yeah,
He did
he's
this.
like, because that was like last year, Yankee fans were making the argument that Judge was better than Otani because Otani was just a DH. So now they're arguing the opposite because it's about
Otani was
Judge.
pitching too, though.
Yeah, I know. People are stupid. They just like to glaze Aaron Judge.
And talking about the MVP race, Aaron Judge missed how many games this year?
10.
Only 10. Okay, so
he's fifth in RBIs. Suarez for the Mariners is fourth, and Raleigh is tied with Pete Alonso for second, and then Schwarber is first. So the Mariners have two players within the top 5 in RBIs in all of baseball.
okay, catching wise, who's considered the best catcher? Not necessarily. I'm talking about throwing out runners and all around best catchers in baseball. Where do you think Cal ranks?
He was a Platinum Glove catcher. He won the award for being the best.
Okay, so
because the Platinum Glove, for those who don't know, is the best Gold Glove player. So last year he won he was considered the best defensive player in baseball.
Okay, so going back to playing devil's advocate here, if Cal wasn't in the lineup, their backup catcher would be.
Mm-hmm.
Do all those pitchers still have just as good of numbers with the backup catchers they do
that's
Cal?
Also true.
Because a lot of times a good catcher can help the pitcher.
Yeah, but a lot of times they try to make
call
them
the game.
like catch them in the bullpen like before a game or whatever, so they can get like some familiarity with them. But that's also not as lot as playing an entire season with someone.
So MVP race, if I had to vote for it, I think there's merits for both by far, because
I think
Cal
it's going to be
set the
pretty
record.
close.
But I also think the home run totals, and you are going to disagree, I know. I can see it in your eyes already, Will, that I think the home run, we've got 4 players right now with 50 home runs or more, which is just insane stat.
Suarez is at 49.
Yeah, okay, we might have 5. I don't know. Yeah, this is just ridiculous numbers. This is steroid era numbers right now. So when you do that, the steroid era tainted it. And I think even if they're not cheating, I think it taints those numbers.
This is no, okay.
I mean, because Judge, I think he could hit in any era. I think Judge would be a hitter in any era because he's batting, 330 right now?
I just went to Barry Bonds' year where he hit his 73. There were 12 players who hit 40 or more home runs. This year, there are 7.
Yep. And, okay, the most 50 home run seasons in Major League, or the most, 50 home run hitters across major leagues in a single season is 4. We're about to have 5 right now. Who'd you say? We've got Judge, Otani, Cal Raleigh,
and
Kyle
Schwarber.
Schwarber, all hitting over
and then
50.
Suarez is right behind them,
and
49.
Cal, of course, hit 60 already.
Yeah. The 2001 when Bonds hit 73, there were 4 players with 50 home runs and 2 more players with 49.
Yeah, but it also happened. 4 players hit 50 home runs or more in 1998, which was, of course, the record year, where we had 2 hit 60 that year.
Yeah, that's the other record year where
Yeah.
McGuire broke.
2025 is the only other
Maris's
season, and we might have 5 for the first time in history to do it, which could happen. We only got 2 games left, but it could very well happen.
Yeah, but there were 13 players who
That's
hit
a lot. Yeah.
40 home runs in 1998. There were 12 in 2001.
Yep.
So people aren't hitting 40. It's just we have a bunch of freak athletes who swing like crazy every single game. And the pitchers kind of suck this year, and they made the buffer zone smaller, and they're not allowed to use sticky stuff.
Yeah. Well, we have some. They've got 2 good pitchers at least. I mean, I shouldn't
Yeah.
say that. 2 pitchers that are excelling right now. We got Paul Skeens with a sub-2 ERA, and he's only got 10 wins.
Yeah,
That's terrible. But Pittsburgh's in what, 5th
yeah.
place?
He's 10-10 this year.
And the Pittsburgh Pirates, though,
They
are
suck.
last. They're dead last.
Every single game that their owner is there, they can't sell the team at him.
Well, and we talked the MVP race. What about Cy Young race? Paul Skeens has got it, even though he's only
He's
got
got
10
it.
wins.
Yeah,
You think he's got it?
He's.
Got the best ERA by far.
It's gonna be like that year that I think it was Felix Hernandez lost third. It was like 8-13, and still won the Cy Young. It was the first time ever that Cy Young had been won by a pitcher with a negative record, which is just dumb. If you're the best pitcher in the league, even though your team sucks, you should get the record or the award. Which Skeens and Scooble should get it this year. But Yoshinobu Yamamoto is also really good, but I don't think he's going to win it. His ERA is a lot higher.
Kubel was voted best pitcher in MLB by his peers, though.
Yeah, he is. He had a couple of stuff happen that inflated his ERA, a couple of like little stupid things in his most recent game. But yeah, because ERA was a little bit lower than this. It was closer to 1 than it is right now. It's at 2.21.
Yeah, I think Paul Skeens is definitely a major candidate. Well, he's so young too. 10-10, 1.97 ERA, 216 strikeouts, which is all-time record for strikeouts in a season by a Pittsburgh Pirate, which, I mean,
They were only good in the late 70s with Dave Parker.
that's pretty good.
And they had
but-
Willie Stargell and
I mean, 200 a
Clemente.
season is good, but when you think Nolan Ryan had 383, that is friggin' incredible.
Yeah, that's so crazy. That'll
That is just-
never even come close
that's
to
almost-
happening again.
It's not quite double, but it's almost double for crying out loud. But I think despite 10-10 record, win-loss record is really your team's record because
Yeah.
you pull him out of games where he's winning. Even Scooble, we were winning, and they pull him out and he starts losing again,
Yeah.
or the team starts losing.
Yeah. They
The team
blow the
loses it.
game.
That's, yeah. So ERA, strikeouts, that's on him. But yeah, wow, incredible. And then you were mentioning Max Fried's a candidate too. He's got what,
Yeah, for
19
the
wins?
AL. He's got 19 wins, a
What
2.86 ERA, 189 strikeouts. He's been one of the best players for the Yankees, and they're missing 2 of their best pitchers, Garrett Cole and Clark Schmidt.
Yeah, so those are the rundown for him. But for that's AL anyway. I think Otani's got going back to the
Skeens is in
MLB
the
race
NL.
because we didn't really talk about National League MVP.
Skeens is in the NL.
That's right. Oh my
Pirates are
goodness.
in the
Yeah.
NL.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be Scooble and Skeens, and then it's probably going to be, or it's Skeens and probably Yoshinobu Yamamoto for the NL, and then Scooble and Fried for the AL.
I like Skeens for the NL,
Yeah, I think he's going to win.
but I like Scooble for the AL only because he's a Tiger. But I think
He's got way better numbers than Max Fried. Max Fried had a
he's got
very
him in
bad
wins, but that's it.
stretch.
And again, wins should not count.
No, he's got way more better numbers. He's got more strikeouts.
No, I'm just saying, and win wise,
Oh yeah, he's got a
Freed's
lot
got
more
but
wins.
that's it.
Yeah.
But again, Tigers were playing. If Tigers had the first half that they did, he'd be a 20-game winner. And what was he? He was 19 wins last year, I think, with the Tigers, wasn't he? Or 18. He won in
Yeah.
all 3 categories though.
Yeah.
And pitching wise, he was pitching triple
Garrett
crown winner.
Crochet has 255 strikeouts and a 2.59 ERA, 18-5 record,
Okay,
over
he's a good candidate.
205 innings pitched. I forgot about Garrett Crochet. He plays with the Red Sox. You know, people don't really think about that because.
Yep. Well, either way, those are the. I think we got. Yeah. So, I think that wraps it up. You want to get back to Cal Raleigh breaking Seattle Mariners record, or actually, he already broke that record.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, he hit 60, which is the most important part. Being the first ever catcher to hit 60 and is now one of 7 players in MLB history
yeah, not too
to
many
have
people
hit
have done
60
that.
home runs.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, though, Sammy Sosa did it 3 times. McGuire did it twice. Everyone else did it once.
Yep. Of course, Babe Ruth first to do it.
Then
And,
Maris.
Maris.
Then 3 people doing a lot of steroids, and then Judge and Cal the Goat Raleigh.
I think we missed one in there. Bonds.
I said Bonds.
Oh, you did say Bonds?
I
Okay.
said 3 people taking steroids.
Oh, well,
and
you didn't
then,
say his name, though.
Yeah, well, he's one of the 3. It's
Bonds, yeah.
McGuire, Sammy Sosa, and then Barry Bonds. And then
I've
Judge,
always liked
yeah.
McGuire, though. McGuire is one of my favorite players.
Yeah, he's the one to break Maris's record. He was the first to do
And
it.
he broke the rookie record for home runs in his
Yeah.
rookie season at 49
Judge
until
broke.
Judge came along, and now Judge is shattering everybody's records.
Yeah. Do you think he'll get hit 70? You think he can do it?
Man, if
He's been on
if he
pace
can,
before.
If he can stay healthy, but yeah, the pace slows down though. Although,
But he
we
doesn't.
say
He
that,
does not slow down. He just.
but we say
hasn't.
that Cal Raleigh, 61. He's been on early April. He was on pace to hit 61 home runs. He's on pace to hit 60 late in the season. So that is very, very rare. But yeah, no. And you talk about pace. He was on pace to hit 400 this year too, batting average wise, and that's not going to happen, obviously. But that's a different story. 400 may never be done again.
Yeah.
70 is a lot of home runs to hit in the season, though, for crying out loud. But if anybody can do it, if he
Yeah.
can stay healthy, he only missed 10 games this season, but he hit 60 at 1 already. I think it's possible. Will he do it? I don't know.
I think out of everyone in baseball, it's either going to be him or Shohei, and Shohei pitches too much. That's too much wear and tear on the body, so I don't think he'll get there. I think he might touch 60 once in his career. I think he might get there. But I think Judge has a better case than anyone to do it because he's just so consistent. And they can DH him if he doesn't, feel as good in the field.
Yep. And on a side note, we got the Tiger game on now. The Boston uniforms are so ugly.
Yeah, they are. And
Those don't even look like Boston. I'm so used to
the City Connect
they're
uniforms, they
so
suck.
ugly and yellow. It's so, why?
It's the City Connect uniforms. They're
Well, yeah, but why
connecting
that?
to the city.
That color does not look.
Because it's a Boston thing. I don't know. The baby blue hats. I don't know.
Baby blue hats with yellow jerseys is a Boston thing.
I don't know. I think it's Boston colors or something.
Okay, well, they're no offense to Boston. Hey, if
That
you're a
yellow
fan and you
is
like
ugly
those,
as hell.
if you like them and you're a fan of them, let us know.
But
But I don't know anybody that likes them. Look at that, the red and the blue, the dark blue.
That looks good.
That looks good.
but,
And you're gonna,
yeah.
if they win, they're gonna put the yellow up next to the red and the blue.
No,
That's ugly.
They're gonna put it the same way.
But it's so ugly. It doesn't matter.
It
It's
is
ugly.
ugly.
The
No,
uniforms
these are just
horrible.
like uniforms they use sometimes. They're occasional ones.
I don't see those ugly ass jerseys connecting with anybody. But okay, if you like
There's
them, you
some
like
people
them.
wearing them. This guy right there in the crowd. We
Okay,
are so
anyway.
off tangent. Like,
Well, yeah, but we got the game is on topic though because that's what's going on right now. All right, well, let's talk history making then. Hey, sports fans, if you're in the great state of Michigan and you're in need of roofing, siding, gutters, or insulation, there's only one place to call, and that place is Excel Home Improvement out of Romulus. With over 60 years in business, they are third-generation, family-owned, and veteran-operated. They manufacture their own gutters and trim, so they're able to keep costs low while providing superior quality with unmatched service. They cover all of southeastern Michigan, including as far north as Bay City, all the way down to Monroe, and from Lansing to Port Huron. So give them a call today. That's Excel Home Improvement, 734-941-2800. Let's go
Yeah.
back. Giancarlo Stanton hit his 450th home run this past. And actually, you know
that
what?
happened while we were filming last
We're history makers because we're part of history. Every time we mention, because before, I think the last episode of our podcast,
Yeah, we said about
Mike Trout was sitting on 399, and then right after hours later, he hit 400.
not even hours later. I
You're
got everything
welcome,
done
Mike
from
Trout.
down here.
You're welcome, Mike Trout. And I said, as soon as he hits 400, pressure's going to be off. He's going to start it. Now he's at 403, I believe, right?
Yep, he's at 403.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome.
He had 2 last night to win the game for the Angels, which is keeping the Tigers' chances of getting in the playoffs alive. And if they beat Houston again, I'm pretty sure the Tigers are in the playoffs, no matter what.
And he can send a check we'll take money via thank you to Michigan. He can route it. No?
I was trying to think of the email, but I don't want to dox the email.
Yeah, that's fine. We don't need to do it. Well, not. We don't need our address out there anyway. We're around. But either way, if he wants to send money, he can send us a message through the podcast, and or YouTube. We will gladly respond. We'll gladly send him our personal info so he can cash app. I'm kidding, of course, but we'll take credit every time we mention something like that. We've also though said how great the Tigers were, and then they went downhill, so it could be good or bad, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll let you take the blame for that. I'll take the 400th home run credentials or accolades. But anyway, back on topic. Well, congrats to Giancarlo Stanton for 450.
Yeah, he hit 2 yesterday as well. So both of them hit 2
Good
home
for
runs
him.
yesterday. Just a cool little
Yep.
thing. Switching gears to the NFL now, we're going to talk about week 3 and all that happened. Starting with the Thursday night game, Buffalo did what basically everyone thought was going to happen, and they beat Miami 31-21. Josh Allen and everyone on the team was really good. And, yeah. And then switching over to the Lions game, the Monday night game, because, that's our guys. They shocked the Ravens and basically every single person on the broadcast who said the Ravens were going to win. And they came out there and they put on a showing. They were basically in control the whole game. They had a 12-play, 10-minute drive that took basically the entire second quarter away. Yeah, they played amazingly.
Yeah, they're looking like the Lions we expected them to be, not like they were in game 1. They got blown out.
Yeah.
For the first time in Lions history, too, we beat the Baltimore Ravens, and all the sports betting app, everyone was betting on the Lions to lose, and the Lions pulled it out.
Everyone on the broadcast said that they were going to lose when they made their predictions.
I believe it was 38 and 30 was the score, so it seems closer than what it actually was, but Lions kind of...
Yeah, they gave up a touchdown in the last couple of minutes to have control, and yeah.
Yeah, but either way, it was a win. First time, in my lifetime and in Lions history that we beat them. This is the team that we're putting all our hopes and dreams in right now because the Tigers are scaring the heck out of everybody with their poor performance. But
yeah,
the first game was a little scary too because I'm thinking, great, this isn't good, but
yeah, they put it together real fast. It was also the first time they were with their 2 new coordinators, so that's also. You have 2 rookie coordinators going out there for the first time. They're a little nervous. They don't do as much as they should. And then they open up the playbook for games 2 and 3.
Well,
and
then game 2 was a blowout.
Plays. Yeah.
Game 2 blowout made them look strong. And then game 3, they beat a team that we've never beaten in the past until now. So
yeah. And with that, the Lions running back David Montgomery had 12 carries, 151 yards, and 2 touchdowns, as well as a catch for 13 yards. And this was one of his best games ever. He played very, very, very well and only got 11 carries. So that's very good.
Yeah, and before we move on, Amon-Ra St. Brown become 3rd all-time in Lions history with touchdown catches. So Good for him. Just a little side note.
Yeah, he caught 3 week 2, and I think he caught just 1 last week. So he's at 4 for the season so far. So he's averaging more than 1 touchdown a game. So that's pretty good. I think
Yep.
the record is like 23 or something like that.
Well, he's third all time, so that's
Yeah, for Lions, that's pretty good.
yep. Oh yeah, Lions. I mean, yeah, but we're getting there. Good for him.
Next, the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the New England Patriots 21-14, and Drake May played really well. The offense played really well for the Patriots, and they just came up short. Uh, but with Pittsburgh, Aaron Rodgers moved up on the all-time touchdown list.
That's right. He passes former teammate Brett Favre for fourth all time in NFL history with 509 touchdown passes. So, woohoo.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he got 1 or 2 more after that, but that was the record-breaking
Two
one.
great players, too. Brett Favre was awesome.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers.
2 Packers legends both ended up playing with different teams towards the end of their careers. That's actually how Aaron Rodgers got to start, because he was originally sitting under Brett Favre for a couple of years and then went out and, did what he did, ended up winning a Super Bowl with the Packers. I believe they're 4th. And then, as I said, Favre won the 3rd one after the Lombardi era, the first 2 Super Bowl wins. And lastly, for the NFL, there were just a bunch of crazy things happening on last Sunday. 3 different teams had blocked field goals for touchdowns or for huge, crazy stops. And it was a very interesting slate of games. The Phillies blocked 2 of them and ended up coming back against the Rams in the 4th quarter. Jalen Hurts barely had any offense in the first half. It was 0 points. They didn't really do anything. And they came back against the Rams in a crazy fashion with the same defensive lineman blocking 2 kicks and then taking the second one to the house to seal the game. And they ended up winning 33-26. Moving on to the injury report, we're going to start with some good news. 49ers coach Kyle Shanahan says that quarterback Brock Purdy will start Sunday's game versus the Jaguars, so they have their star back, and that's good, but not so good news for the Buccaneers. Wide receiver Mike Evans is expected to miss multiple weeks with an injured hamstring.
And Vikings elevated running back Cam Akers to their active roster for Sunday's game versus the Steelers.
Yeah, so he's going to play for them. And CeeDee Lamb has been ruled out for the Cowboys.
And Jets quarterback Justin Fields will start Monday night versus Miami per HC Aaron Glenn, head coach. So we'll see how that goes.
And then lastly, there are 3 Tampa Bay Buccaneers players listed as questionable for Sunday's game, which includes quarterback Baker Mayfield, wide receiver Chris Godwin, and one of their best linemen, Tristan Wirfs. And it could not be any worse if you were a Buccaneers fan. I mean, Mike Evans is already going to be out for a couple weeks, and then you have this on top of that. And not good. You're missing like 4 of their top 10 players.
We got some sad news. A couple of deaths in the sports world. Started with former NHL player Rudy Johnson, played with the Bengals.
And he also played for the Lions for a little bit.
He was only 45. I don't really know that they think it's suspected suicide, but anyway, but he was a former Pro Bowler. But anyway, he passed away. And also Ricky Hatton, known as the Hitman, record of 48-3, and 2 of those 3 losses were
against Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao.
Two of the greats. If you're going to lose, hell, that's some names I wouldn't mind losing to at least. So,
Yeah.
a 48-3 record. He was a British boxer known as the Hitman. He passed away too, and there's no. He died in his home. There's no funny business around that suspected, but I don't have an exact cause of death. Just wanted to point those out. And our thoughts and prayers go out to their families. And moving on though to the NHL.
Yeah, the preseason recently started, and the Red Wings already suck.
Well, they lost. Well, it's preseason, so it doesn't count. But yeah, we want them to kill everybody with all our Detroit teams. And
Yeah.
but yeah, they didn't start off very good with a win. But I guess it's big news for hockey fans. But instead of the 82 game seasons, they're upping it for the start of 26-27 season. They're going to have 2 additional games, so 84 for the regular season.
Yeah.
But I do believe I heard that they're gonna shorten the playoffs a little bit, so it may affect that. But yeah, so they're moving up a couple games. You got anything else?
No, I think that's it.
That's it for hockey, or that's it for the whole show?
Whole show. I ain't got nothing else.
Oh, so we're going bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
All right, well, thank you, sports fans, for joining us. As always, we're so grateful to have the 12 or 13 of you that are actually paying attention out there. Kidding, I'm thinking it's more, but thank you for interacting on all of our social media. We're getting a ton of feedback on Facebook and Twitter, and I'm not on Instagram, but you are, Will. And so I think we're getting a lot of feedback on there or a lot of interaction. So thank you. So like, share, subscribe. Okay, never mind. It's like, comment, share, subscribe, as I'm told. Luckily, the edit button can maybe fix that. If not, leave it in. I don't care. But either way, and I'm saying I don't care to Will, my co-host here, instead of the fans.
I'm cutting all of this out.
That's fine. Cut it out. That's fine. Cut me if you need to. You can cut everything I say and just be a one-man show if you really want to, but might sound a little crazy, but hey, whatever. But anyway, like, comment, share, subscribe. We appreciate you, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Here's the random clip of the week.
Touchdown, Detroit. What a throw and catch.